Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. To my advanced students. Okay, the fans on YouTube, I want to let you know that this is the last day of this class with me. And inshallah, uh, they may follow the TOEFL IBT preparation class or the special writing class, academic writing class, or they may just go home. So it's up to them. But we do have two more options for them. Academic writing class, which takes 2 months, and TOEFL IBT preparation class, which takes 2 months. But IBT preparation class should be after, special writing class, because the majority of students have problems with the writing section of TOEFL IBT. So they need to become somehow expert in academic writing. Okay, so today, and it's not the very last topic. There's one more topic, but I mentioned at the beginning. It's just like they may be here for a few more days, and then we're done with their semester. So parallelism. I want you to pay close attention to my explanation, and then there are 3 examples, and we will see that practically. I mean, how we can use parallel sentences in English language. So parallelism means equality. It's a piece of English literature. It is a part of the English literature. It means equality. Usually when we use conjunctions in our sentences, and conjunctions are words which are used to combine words, phrases, clauses, and sentences, right? So what comes before conjunction should come after conjunction. A verb phrase goes with a verb phrase. A noun phrase goes with a noun phrase. Okay? An infinitive phrase goes with an infinitive phrase. A prepositional phrase goes with a prepositional phrase. A clause goes with a clause. A phrase goes with a phrase. In a sentence goes, it's not like before conjunction you have a phrase, but after conjunction you have a clause. Before conjunction you have, for example, a noun or noun phrase, and after conjunction you have a prepositional phrase, for example. Okay, so in simple words, parallelism means equality, bringing the same items to the both parts of, conjunctions in your sentences. What about the kind of sentences which do not follow the rules of parallelism? Do they exist in English language? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Even native speakers use the kind of sentences which do not follow the rules of parallelism, because all native speakers haven't studied the literature of English language. All of them don't know English literature, okay? So if you write something which is very, very academic, you should follow these rules. Your sentences should be paralleled. So look, parallel, and then you give it ed, again it becomes past participle adjective, like paralleled structure sentences. Or parallelism as a noun, okay, or how to make something paralleled, okay. So I'm going to explain these 3 examples. These 3 sentences are not correct according to parallelism, okay. So I told you, just pay attention to your sentences. Your sentence could be simple, but there could be a list of items. You have a simple sentence, but you have a list of items. By item, I mean like bringing nouns or pronouns or adjectives or verbs or verb phrases or noun phrases or kind of phrases, okay, in a list, okay? And then you have, for example, verb phrase, okay? And then suddenly there's a prepositional phrase. So that's not acceptable, right? Or, for example, infinitive, and then gerund phrase. In a list, you have infinitive phrase, number 1. Number 2, infinitive phrase. Let's say number 3, infinitive phrase. Number 4, a gerund phrase. So that's not acceptable. All of those phrases should be infinitive phrases, or all of them should be gerund phrases. Okay? So again, don't forget this. Active form with active form. Passive form with passive form. If you have passive form before your conjunction, there should be passive form after your conjunction. Okay? And verb second form, okay? It's not like before conjunction you have verb second form and after conjunction you have verb base form or verb, third form. No. Second form goes with second form. Third form goes with active form goes with active form. Passive form goes with passive form. A phrase goes with a phrase. A class goes with a class, okay? And a sentence goes with a sentence. Understood? So I think this much simple explanation of parallelism is enough. Basically, it's just equality, okay? And the sentences which do not follow the rules of parallelism also exist in English language, and even native speakers can't follow all of these rules, okay? So you may hear such sentences from native speakers, but you should know it's, just kind of normal English. It's just kind of, spoken informal English. So you need parallelism while writing academic compositions, while writing like academic essays and stuff, right? So you should follow these rules. Understood? In normal spoken English or kind of chatting, on Facebook, or people obviously do not follow, the rules, the grammatical rules, and parallelism, and they just want to let you know that what they mean, right? So this is how it works. I mean, there's formal academic English, there's informal, normal English or spoken English. So I hope now you know the difference, right? So now look at these sentences. The first sentence: he is interested in writing poems, exercising in the gym, and to go hiking. There's something wrong with this sentence according to parallelism. And after my explanation, it should be obvious. You should know what the problem is, right? Here in this sentence. So here our list starts over here, like after this preposition. Okay? So this preposition collocates with the with usually we bring gerunds after prepositions in our sentences, right? Okay. There could be a simple noun too, okay, and even object pronoun, but most commonly after prepositions we bring, a gerund or gerund phrase. So writing poems is correct. Why? Because it is a gerund phrase and it's fine, okay? Exercising in the gym, again, we have another gerund phrase, but and to go hiking, it is wrong. Why? Because that is an infinitive phrase. So we need a gerund phrase over here, okay? So infinitive phrase doesn't go with the gerund phrases. Before this conjunction end, we have a conjunction over here. Okay, we have gerund phrase. And after conjunction, we have infinitive phrase. So how we can correct it? Okay, we should change this infinitive phrase into a gerund phrase. So how? And going, just remove to go and going hiking. It's possible I'm bringing two gerunds next to each other. Doesn't sound very good, but it's okay. In going to the mountains for hiking, for example, you may make it a little bit longer phrase, kind of, but still correct. Okay, in going hiking, or for example, or in hiking, just hiking, that's all. Hiking itself is, a gerund, okay? Or for example, in hiking once a week, okay? Or hiking once a month, or hiking in Pagman, or hiking in those mountains. So you may add something else in order to make it like a phrase, okay? So now it's correct, okay? If you change that form to, gerund form, infinitive is not acceptable over here, according to parallelism. Now, if you ask just an ordinary native speaker whether or not this sentence is correct, I mean, the way it was before, they're going to say, yeah, nothing is wrong, it's fine. You get the point? It's okay, because all native speakers do not follow the rules for parallelism, okay? So they're going to say, yeah, it's okay, nothing is wrong. But what the difference is now, right? And now look at the second example. Last night, He talked to me about his problems and to make his future plans. Again, there's something wrong. Mhm. So we have a conjunction and over here. So what comes before conjunction, his problems? It's a noun phrase. It's what? It's a noun phrase. So what do we need after conjunction? We need a noun or noun phrase. And to make his future plans, that is an infinitive phrase. So infinitive phrase doesn't go with a noun phrase. Understood? So according to parallel structure, we need a noun phrase after conjunction as well. Before conjunction, we have a noun phrase. After conjunction, we need another noun phrase. Okay? So how can we correct it? He talked to me about his problems and yes. So here we need to get rid of to make in his future plans. Okay. Okay, his problems and his future plans. It's okay. I mean, his is a possessive adjective over here. Okay, it's just a possessive adjective. It's a kind of extra word which shows, I mean, the relation of this noun to that person. Okay, so you may mention it just once. His problems and future plans. You may not mention it there. Okay, in the second phrase. That's also okay. Or if you mention it, it's not a problem either. I mean, it's okay. So about his problems and his future plans. Now, according to parallelism, this sentence is correct. But before, this correction, it was not correct according to parallelism. According to English literature, it was not correct. Okay? Okay, number 3. His job as a company manager is to make plans, enforce the rules, and observing the employees. You see? The same? Okay, the same, the same problem over here. So now the list starts over here. The list of items starts over here, okay? So to make plans, infinitive phrase. Okay? Enforce the rules, again, infinitive phrase. Okay? And observing the employees is a gerund phrase, and it doesn't go with infinitive, a list of the infinitive phrases. It doesn't go with it. So how and just remove ing and add a over here and to observe the employees. Now it's correct. According to parallelism, now it is correct. So look, and if we bring more and more and more examples, the video will become too long. I think this much is enough for advanced students because advanced students can understand the point quickly, right? So now just think about these rules and follow these rules while writing something academic, okay? But you have exercises in your book. There are like more than 20 sentences, right? With incorrect parallelism. And your responsibility is to do the exercises and correct all of those sentences or choose the correct option, okay? For example, there are 3 sentences and one of those sentences is correct according to parallelism and the others are not correct according to parallelism. So you choose the correct option, right? So I hope this much is enough. If you got any questions about parallelism, feel free to ask your questions. Feel free. Even during video, while recording the video, you can, yeah.
Sir, can you change instead of gerund infinitive? Can you change?
Yeah, possible. I mean, you see, for example. Yeah. I mean, just think about it. Look. So now it's a gerund, right? And gerund, right? So what do you mean? Do you want to change all of them to infinitive? Yes, all of them should be either infinitive phrases or gerund phrases. So instead of like, he is entrusted in writing poems, you should say he's entrusted to write poems, exercise in the gym, and hike once a month or something. Yeah, all of them should be either gerund phrases or infinitive phrases. So it's really up to you. But right in the middle of infinitive phrases, you should not be using a gerund phrase. Or right in the middle of gerund phrase, you should not be using infinitive phrases. Okay? Or if you have a phrase before conjunction, after conjunction there should be a phrase. There should not be a clause. Or if you have a clause before conjunction, there should be a clause after conjunction. I told you at the beginning, right? So like base form goes with base form. Second form with second form. Third form with third form. Active with active. Passive with passive. Gerund with gerund. Infinitive with infinitive. Right? Noun phrase with noun phrase. Prepositional phrase with prepositional phrase. Verb phrase with verb phrase. You got it? I could give you many more examples, but I think this much is enough, and you just focus on the exercises in your books. Okay. Okay, so parallelism. I hope the audience also learned how to use, parallel structure sentences in their academic writing. And this much is enough. Have a great time. Bye bye for now.